Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Dr. Nazma and in this video we are going to talk about previous year questions. So in fact, any student who is going to give the board examinations of class 10 must see the previous 5 years question papers at least. When you look at the question papers, you basically will get an idea about the depth of the questions asked in the board examination, so that you can prepare yourselves in advance about how to attempt the questions in the exam paper. Cool. Let's get started with 2019 question paper in this video. I'm going to show you the questions and then discuss a few points about that. In fact, 2019 question paper model is slightly different from 2020 question paper model. I already have made one other video where I have explained about the 2020 science question paper model along with the sections and marking scheme and all of that. Make sure you watch it after this. So here you go. Initially, you will have some instructions listed and you strictly need to follow the instructions. And also remember, on your question paper, you are not allowed to write anything other than your roll number. So there shouldn't be any name or rough work or anything. Under any circumstances, you can't write anything. Keep that in mind. Now, let's get started with the questions. In 2019, as said before, the question pattern was different. The question paper pattern was different. It was having some sections. First section was containing 1 marker, second 2 markers, third 3 markers, and last one was containing 5 markers. But 2020's question paper is different. So let's not go over the sections and markings. Let us take a look at the questions. I'll just scroll you down through the question paper slowly so that you can pause the video whenever and wherever is needed. Take a look at the questions and prepare accordingly. Well, there you go. As said before, the 1 markers at the beginning. And by the way, when it's 1 marker in CBSE boards, you can answer the 1 markers in either 1 word or 1 line. You don't need to write big long explanations, and don't even write it because I'll tell you why. It's only 1 mark and the question is expected to be answered in 1 line. If you are spending your time to write more than that over there, you will be exhausting your time that has to be used for other questions, right? So no need to extra explain anything. Explain to the extent that's needed. Cool. Now let's take a look at the other questions. There you go. When it comes to 2 markers, yes, you have to explain it slightly in detail. And also remember, when especially you're dealing with either chemistry questions or maybe biology questions, if you have any reaction for chemistry, make sure you write it without fail. And any diagram in biology, make sure you draw it. Yeah, maybe in simple, but draw it. And for all the diagrams that you draw, make sure the diagrams are labeled. Fine. So let's move on. By the way, there are some internal choices in between, as you see. When it comes to science paper, internal choice means you get a choice in between the questions. As in, say, for example, look at this question, second question. So sorry, this is not second question, sixth question. In the sixth question, you have been asked a question here. If you don't want to answer this question, you have been given a choice. As in, it's completely internal to the question number. It's not internal to the section. You're getting my point, right? And same thing can be repeated this year also. I have also shown you the sample paper of 2020 board examinations, science. But they're not in this video, in other video. You can check it out if you want it. We are going ahead with the other questions. Quickly take a look at them. Yes, here is one thing that you need to know. In case your question is consisting of subparts like this, make sure the subparts are answered separately. To club all of them. Your presentation skills matter a lot, to a greater extent. So you have to be careful about it. There you go, the next level of questions. You see it, right? Like the question paper is both in Hindi and English. You can go ahead with your preferred language. Not in writing, but then at least in reading. So here you go. We were talking about internal choice, right? You get to see the internal choice here also in between the questions, isn't it? So the later one, here you go. Right, by the way, whatever we have seen till now, all of them are, till 5 markers. There is another section by name section E. It was there in 2019, all right? So the section E is all about practical based questions. These questions which are present in section B are about the practicals or activities that are there in your syllabus. So of course, you have to focus on the activities and the practicals. Also the practicals that you know do it in the lab. I'm sure you must have been taken to the lab in your schools at least to show the practicals. So you have to be very careful about your observations, precautions, and if it is physics, about the practical, like how did the practical happen, sort of thing. Cool. And remember, section E doesn't exist this year 2020, but then practical based questions still exist. And if you really want to learn the practical based questions of chemistry, I have recorded 3 parts of the videos and uploaded already. Make sure you take a look at that. Let's move on with the questions. Here you go. Look at this. Draw a labeled diagram, right? If you're not labeling, you're going to lose your marks. So for diagrams, let it be of physics or chemistry or bio, whatever. When you draw a diagram, it's important that you label them, right? So the next question is here. I hope the papers help you in case you feel that we should be discussing the answers of chemistry. Please let me know in the comment section, so I'll explain you the answers as well. I'll record another video with the 2018 paper if you want to know it or if you want to see it. So let me know in the comment section if you want more such videos. And remember guys, you should not waste any time at this point of time at least, right? So prepare a timetable, stick to your timetable, keep working hard. Until then, see you. Bye.